This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Sophia Yvette.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Are you in need of a nonprofit? Well, one may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Latorra Garland, with Jacob Way Organization. Latorra, it is lovely to have you on today. Now, we are all so excited to learn about you and your business. So please start off by telling our listeners just a little bit more about your organization.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Sophia. Thank you for having me. My name is Latorra Garland. I am the co-founder and executive director of an organization called Jacob Way Organization. Jacob Way was started because of my son's own battle with cancer. He was 13 years old, diagnosed with cancer, very unexpected. And unfortunately, by the time he was 14, we did lose him to the disease. It was a very, very short battle, less than 90 days. So I counted him. It was like 77 days for his battle. So when he was diagnosed with cancer, we noticed that so much stuff went on outside of the cancer diagnosis itself. So it made us want to start, this organization to support other families. We noticed that everybody goes through the diagnosis different. Mom goes through different, dad is different, and even the siblings. And we noticed that it affects the entire family, mental health, and also financial for the household.
Wow. So kind of getting into things a little bit deeper here, in the industry that you're in today, do you mind clarifying a little bit more about exactly what services you provide to these families?
Yes, ma'am. So we provide emotional and financial support. So we provide grocery gift cards. We also provide emotional support in support of mental health resources, from everything from help with utility bills to we host a monthly support group for the families where we invite the entire family because our services are catered to the entire family. And every month in that support group, we will have a licensed professional to kind of facilitate that group. And also we incorporate some type of distraction activity for the families to participate in together to help them get through what they're going through as a family.
Wow. Now, being in your industry, when it comes to being a nonprofit and providing these support groups, what is that most common number one misconception you like to address for our listeners today?
For us, I've noticed that people think because we're a childhood cancer charity, we automatically get funding. The funding is still competitive for us. We still have to get out there and do the work with little to no funding. So the misconception would be that we're funded just because we're a cancer charity. So that's the biggest part that we have to deal with. People thinking that we already have the funds to run our organization just because of the type of charity we are.
Wow, Latorra. So how are you getting the word out about your business? And ideally, who are some of these families you'd like to attract to your services?
Yeah, so we get the word out. We partner with the local hospitals and the social workers. They let the families know of our services. We also put the word out on our social media. I do a lot of networking, and going out there in the community, building these relationships to connect with other families and also to connect with other partners. So it's really boots on the ground, getting the word out. It's really us spreading the word about the work that we do and not afraid to tell our story and let people know our why.
Latorra, in terms of spreading the word and letting more people know your why, have you ever thought about having your own podcast for the business before?
I have not. I guess with all the things that's on my plate, it's already a lot to do. So I definitely have not thought about having my own podcast, but I definitely feel that probably would be a way to get it out there too.
So, Latorra, it sounds like you provide so many great resources for these families, but what is that number one takeaway you would like them to gather from learning about your services today?
I want them to know that when a child is diagnosed with cancer, of course, they're going to get all the medical care they need. but the home still needs help. The home is the father who's going through, who has to keep working. The home is the mother who has to be strong for the other siblings. She may not be able to work while her child is going through cancer treatment. The lights still have to be paid. Food still needs to be on the table. So just understanding the full effects of a childhood cancer diagnosis and what it does to entire family dynamics.
Wow. Now, I am so sorry for your loss, but today, where can our listeners go to learn more about Jacob Way Organization?
So they can follow us on all social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and also Facebook is Jacob Way Organization. They can go to our website at www.jacobway.org, or they can give us a call at 214-307-2920.
Well, Latorra, we really appreciate you being on the show today, and we wish you and your business the best moving forward.
Thank you. I appreciate you all for having me.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnpfrisco.com. That's gnpfrisco.com. Or call 469-221-9345.